All right, everybody keep clapping as we bring up our next storyteller, Richard Cardillo.
Thank you. Not even 24 hours after the inauguration of that man, I set myself on the path of most resistance. I wanted every activity in my life, every action in my life to be exclamation points at the end of that idea. This is not normal. And I was going to hit those streets. And within a week, I was already going to 2 or 3 protest marches a week, going to 2 or 3 planning meetings a week, weekly phone calls to elected officials. I was really going at it. The entire thing culminated on the 15th of April of this year, when for the first time in my life, I was arrested on an act of civil disobedience inside of Trump Tower. It was great. It was great. I was arrested with 25 other people, and I was about the only one that had never been arrested before, so I was a virgin to being arrested. And just like when I lost my sexual virginity, I was telling everybody. Everybody had to know about this. It was great. We went in posing as tourists, we waited for a signal, and then we screamed, we yelled, we hung banners. We were there for the refugees and the immigrants because the ban on travel to the United States was just about to start. So we were screaming, no ban, no raids, no wall. And we closed that place down. It was closed with Melania and Barron inside, but we closed it. I never felt that passionate. But you know something? The road that got me there was pretty circuitous. In the year 2012, my partner of 18 years died. And when he died, part of me died with him. I just stopped feeling anything. There was no flavor to life. There was no zest. There was no excitement. There was no beauty in my life at all. His nickname and his term of endearment for me was always beautiful. Morning, beautiful. How you doing, beautiful? Come on over here, beautiful. And I felt beautiful with him, and that was over with. It was done. And I knew I had to dig myself out from that grief. About a year after he died, my friends and family were riding me real hard. They said, you got to get out there again. Start dating. Go online. And I'm like, online? I'm a neophyte to this online stuff, but I'm a people pleaser. So I said, what the fuck? I'll do it. In 1 week, I signed up for every gay dating app. I was on OkCupid. I signed up for Grindr. I signed up for Scruff. I was on Tinder. I signed up for Squirt. Signed up for them all. And a guy answered my ad within the first week. I went to meet him for a drink, and I'm sitting at a bar with him, and he confided in me the first time he was there that he was into BDSM and role-playing. And I told him I don't even know what those letters stood for, so I don't think this is going to work out. He said, no, I'll teach you. So I said, okay. That started a series of dates where I was playing cops and robbers for adults. He had me tied up. He was putting blindfolds on me, handcuffing me. He would scream at me up against the wall and spread them. He was doing cavity probes. He was doing the whole 9. And it didn't work out with him, obviously. However, I really started feeling this excitement again. And I liked being that alive. And it was kind of an opening of the door to start getting passionate about life again. And sure enough, the 21st of January gave me enough reason to be passionate, and that led to the 15th of April with me screaming on the floor of Trump Tower, and the cops and the Secret Service coming in and saying, stay there till the secret special forces come. The special forces come in, and I'm looking at them. They all had their Ziploc handcuffs hanging from their belt, and one guy, he's so handsome, he was so hot, this cop. I said, he could arrest me anytime. He comes up to me, and he comes behind me. He said, sir, I'm going to have to place you under arrest, and I'm going to put handcuffs on you now. And the triggering started, and I let out a whimper. Whoa. He said, are you okay? I said, oh, yes. He said, I have to reach in your front pockets to do a search. Is there anything dangerous down there? And I'm thinking, you wait a few more minutes, there's going to be something really dangerous in that front pocket. But he checked it. And I'm like, Richard, cut this out. You're here for the refugees. You're here for the immigrants. Stop all of this. And then he says, I'm going to reach in your back pocket to get your identification. Is that okay? I said, yes, 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 yes. He said, okay, I'm going to walk you to the paddy wagon. Are you going to resist arrest? And I said, well, they taught us that we could resist arrest. It was part of my civil disobedience training. And 2 cops would have to pick me up and bring me. But out of respect for the New York City Police Department and my weight, I said, I'm not going to pull anybody's back out. So he said, so are you going to resist arrest, or can I just take you? And I used the double entendre, and I looked at him and I said, you can just take me. Went to a holding cell at a precinct downtown. He told me I'd be there for 24 hours at least. And I had a lot of time to think. And I kept saying, Richard, you made it this far. And you know something? It's okay to feel that passionate about things in your life. And it's that okay to feel sex positive about what you're feeling now. And it's certainly that okay to make that much noise. It's not too cool to juggle those 3 damn things at the same time, though. So I learned my lesson. But I'm sitting on the floor of that holding cell with an open toilet right next to me. It stunk worse than I stunk, and I was pretty bad. I was disheveled. I was hungry. I was angry. But you know something? It had been a long time since I felt that beautiful. And it was great. I was held for 24 hours. When they let me out, it was strange. A day after I got out, there was this photo going around. Somebody from AP was taking pictures, and they put this photo of me being arrested, and my family and friends were posting it all over. So I said, this is great. This is the thing I need to coalesce everything in my life. So I made the decision at that point to take that picture of Richard Cardillo being arrested at Trump Tower with handcuffs on, and it is now my profile picture on OkCupid, Grindr, Scruff, Tinder, and Squirt. Thank you.